First things first, if you are a member of the Satisfactory community and you haven't seen this video yet, this is the one I just put out on the Coffee Stain Studios channel. I recommend you check that out first. In that video, I talk a little bit more about my time as a community manager for Satisfactory and what it meant to me. Spoiler alert, it meant a lot to me. But in this video, I plan on talking a little bit more about like why I'm leaving and also what my plans are and in what ways you can hang out with me and what you can and can't expect from me in the future. Yeah, so in this video, we're looking forward. We're looking forward, folks. But if you don't know me, hi, I'm Jace, aka Gemballs. I've been a programmer and a community manager for Coffee Stain Studios for about 8.5 years now, and I'm mostly known for my community management work for the game Satisfactory, which is a super successful 3D open world exploration and factory simulator with a thriving community that I adore. But I am leaving it. It was an incredibly difficult decision. It took a long time to make, but I'm confident I'm doing the right thing. I think I'm confident I'm doing the right thing. Yeah. No, I am confident I'm doing the right thing, actually. Right? I think I am. I thought about it a lot, okay? So throughout June, I will be finishing up my community management duties, transitioning out of that. I'll be attending TwitchCon Paris as well in July 8th and 9th. And those will be my final days with Coffee Stain. So you might be wondering, why am I leaving? Well, unfortunately, back in February, something tragic happened. It's probably the worst thing that could ever have happened to a game developer. I came up with a game idea, and not just any idea. I come up with many ideas, but one that I like. Now, I have no idea what will happen with this game. I have nothing to show for it, nothing to pitch, nothing to promise. There is nothing for you to be excited about at all. Ideas are cheap. Maybe this amounts to nothing. So I don't think we should focus too much on that part of things right now, right here in this video. But it did get me thinking about something that, like, I think many game developers experience, or at least I have. Okay, but I think there's probably many others. And it's this thing where we get inspired by games to make games, right? There's certain games that we look back on, we remember, we're like, these games inspired me to make games. Like, you know, I want to make games like this. And so then that dev would then study to become a game dev, get a job at a studio, and then proceed to spend the rest of their careers never making the game that inspired them to make games to begin with. And I think that that's just an interesting sort of concept. I think there's like some people might do that, some lucky few. They'd be pretty lucky to do it at a studio. I certainly haven't. But I have worked on really good games. Like it's not like I don't like the games that I worked on. I worked on the King of Fighters 13 Steam Edition, the Tomorrow Children, Goat Simulator, of course, Satisfactory. All great games that I love to be a part of. I'm glad I was part of making them. But none of them are actually the kind of game that inspired me in the beginning to make games. So then it also got me thinking, well, now I have a game idea that is kind of like a game that, you know, inspired me to make games in the beginning. So if I were to try and do it, you know, how would I do it? Do I even have the means to do that? What would I need to learn? What does the day-to-day look like? What types of stress will I encounter? Can I afford to do it? If I don't do it now, when I do feel I can do it, when in my life will I do it? Would I ever do it? And it was in answering these questions that I started to get a feeling that this might actually be doable. Yes, there are still some unknowns, but that this would still be a journey that I would like to embark on, actually. Whether it works out or not, whether I succeed or fail. And at that point of like my thinking, I was just kind of like, well, there's no going back now. I have an idea that I want to do. I have something that I want to try. If I don't at least try now, when I have the capacity to, I will regret this. And unless I try, I don't know if I can ever move on and focus on other people's projects without killing off the part of me that dares to dream. And I don't want to do that. Anyone who knows me knows that that part of me has always been there and that it has served me very, very well. And that is why I feel I need to do this. I need to listen to that. I'm not sure where I've heard this before, but as this analogy, it's like you can't plot your path through a forest that you've never been through before. You know, you don't know the paths that are in the forest and you can't see through the trees, right? So the only way you can do it is by walking in, seeing what you've got in front of you, and then making decisions, and then seeing where that leads you. Or using Google Maps. And yeah, so basically I don't have all the answers to what I want to do and how I want to do it. And I don't know if I'll succeed or fail. I would need to learn how to do art and run a business. I don't know how to do either of those things, but I know that the only way to learn is to try and see how I go. and that regardless of the outcome, the lessons that I learn along the way will be valuable for me for the rest of my life. Maybe the lesson I'll learn is that I never should have left Coffee Stain. Maybe I fucked up. I'm sure there's something to gain from that as well. But at the same time, I think that I have every reason to believe that I can succeed. I do know how to program games. I have made games before. I believe in my ability to learn new things like art or business if I apply myself. I have a decent grasp on game design. And in fact, when it comes to businesses, I've been up late at night researching and watching YouTube videos, and that's actually been quite fun and boring. And fun because it's boring. I don't know how to explain that, but it's been fun. And it's been giving me energy when I think of this and when I do the things that I need to do. So, vamonos, I guess. Vamonos? So you might be wondering, well, what can you do along the way? Can you hang out? Am I still going to be around? What's happening to the channel? You know, is there anything for you guys to do? And yeah, you can still be part of this journey if you want to be. I do plan on continuing to stream on Twitch and also jumpstarting more content here on this YouTube channel as my responsibilities for the Coffee Stain Studios YouTube channel subsides. I have a lot of people that I really enjoy hanging out with on stream, and I'd like to spend more time with you guys, but also I think there's a lot of potential for content documenting this journey that I'm going to go on, right? This idea of like making a game or learning what I need to do or however it goes. It might be interesting. And in fact, I've already started a VODs channel here in the cards if you want to check it out, to archive my streams on YouTube. And there's actually some streams of like pixel art up on there now if you want to check it out and do a vibe check and then yeah, see how that goes. But as for this YouTube channel, I do predict that there will be like a mixed bag of various topics, like maybe game stuff about games that I played recently, or my photography stuff that I've been learning, stream highlights, maybe some development stuff. And on Twitch, I anticipate playing games, of course, doing live dev and pixel art. And those pixel art streams have been super cozy and fun and motivating, actually, really motivating. And with any luck, maybe we'll even be able to nail down a consistent schedule. But famous last words, I guess. But I don't really want to lock myself into anything at this stage. I still have time left at Coffee Stain. I want the flexibility to adjust my content and my schedule to what works best for me in my new lifestyle as I figure things out after all the dust is settled. So I don't know what's going to happen. Making a game is no small feat, and neither is content creation. So finding a good balance that involves both is going to be quite challenging, I think, and is going to take a lot of work. So if my face and those sorts of topics might be interesting to you, do consider subscribing here and following me on other socials. And yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm really nervous, but my mind is open and my body is ready. Much like the road to your first level 99 in old school RuneScape, it's all about the journey, not the destination. And I don't know what's going to happen from here, but I'm excited to find out. Thanks for watching and hope to have you. Bye.